Hello, everybody. We have a special guest here. I didn't want to tell anybody because I don't want to blow any circuitry. As you can see, Mike Ellis is here. He said, listen, I'll just be the pom-pom girl. No, he didn't say that. Anyway, we're going to talk today about a few things, as you see on the title of the thumbnail. I believe, and everybody here believes, that financial freedom is on the horizon. There's ways we can explain it to you. Chris is going to go over some stuff that everybody faces here and there and all that. So, Chris, you go first. Yep, Chris is going first. Then I'm going to follow him.
I will do that, and then I'll hand it over to Mike. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, Mike. Pleasure to have you. I love you both for what you do and respect 100% all the way around. Let me do this real quick. Birthdays. Nuralam, Kitty, Natuba, happy birthday. Chantel Variance, I love you, Chantel. Happy birthday. Jolly Zepp, happy birthday. Bedral Admin, happy birthday. Shunu Hanifa, happy birthday. Samuel Nawoka, and long live Lucy. Happy birthday to you. I'm praying for everyone. We have a lot to discuss today. So prayers for everyone, silent prayers, especially for a lot of families. Man, Marty blew me away last night and sent me some stats. And then I woke up this morning, he sent me some more stats, and it got my brain going. I didn't even have to have coffee. My brain was going a mile a minute with some of the stuff he told me. So some of the things I'm going to tell you right now is why we need this amazing company. And let me break it down. So I went through some healthcare issues, and I was trying to look at what's the percentage of people that actually have insurance, which is pretty high in America, but worldwide it's pretty low. And I want to break some things down to you. The average cost of a mild heart attack is about $760,000 to $1 million. That's just the hospital stay. That's just the hospital stay, okay? And that doesn't include travel expenses if you got to go to a different hospital, or flight tickets to go to another state or country. That's just how it works sometimes. You got to pay for that. A broken arm is about $20,000 hospital stay. If you don't have insurance, when you do have insurance, you still have to pay out of pocket. And I'll explain to you that in a minute, what happened to me. A broken leg, $17,000 to $35,000. That includes if you have to have surgery, which a lot of people do and don't. There are 200 different types of cancer, and all these vary on the type of cancer and pricing. Insurance out of the pocket cost is a huge strain on anyone, literally. Real quick, when I fell and broke my ribs and lost a lung there, I have really good insurance. I forgot I retired, and that changes, which is sad. I looked at it was way up there to find out I almost had a $9,000 out of pocket expense I had to pay. Luckily, I called them, they covered it. So I ended up paying $5,000 out of my own pocket, which I never in my life paid for insurance because I worked for Ford. My parents own their own business. They paid for all that. My dad, he's dead now, but he used to say, "You got insurance? I've been paying you that your whole life." So I'm trying to put in perspective of what it costs if you don't have insurance. And the sad thing, a huge part of global world, they don't have health care. Some of them don't even have the hospitals or the urgent care areas they need to be protected, okay? There's 1,000 diseases in this world, and there is a huge part of the population that can't afford to take care of themselves. And what happens? More than 45,000 people die a year just in the USA because they can't afford the cost or lack of health insurance. It's sad. Millions of deaths globally because of lack of health care and poor health or no facilities in many countries in the world. Okay? It's I can't remember that said. I'm sorry. It's huge. If you have insurance or you don't have insurance, it's still expensive. Out of the pocket costs a lot of money. But the people that don't have insurance, witness this, seen it, heard it. A lot of them end up passing away because they can't afford the health care. Or if they have issues with their teeth and they can't afford their teeth, they end up getting massive diseases in their gums, which is very dangerous because no health care, no facilities. All right. When someone says, Chris, why do you do this? I said, because of those reasons right there. Okay. Now let me get into the most important part. Hunger worldwide is 1 in 11 people were affected by hunger globally in the year 2023. That is picked way up. Okay. And you say, Chris, why do you do this? Because I believe this company is going to make a huge impact on all these people's lives. Millions and millions of people die each year because of either no health care, no facilities. And this is something that I've indebted with a million other people that want to help change. Hospitals, we have thousands of doctors in this world, probably 1 million. All right. And a lot of them, God love them, do a lot of pro bono work. Imagine setting up something where in every hospital, we can actually pay these doctors to do their pro bono work, travel the world and help these countries out that need it. That's a huge thing for me. I can't imagine starving. I can't imagine what it feels like to starve, but millions of people daily are right now, someone's starving. Right now, someone hasn't eaten in 5-6 days. And I want you to think about, this is why this company is here. This is what it's going to do for the world. Are we going to save everyone on the first day? No. But in a process time, I believe with the founders of this company, the founding members, Ash Mufareh, his amazing team, is going to make amazing strides to help every single person in this world. And I firmly believe that. I just want to throw some facts out there to you. Okay. These are real numbers. These aren't something I just made up. You can Google anyone you want, check it out yourself. Check out how many diseases there are in this world. There's thousands and thousands of them. With cancers, I told you over 200 cancers. You got, brain, heart, bones, people with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. These diseases are everywhere throughout the world. And the sad thing is, some people just can't afford to pay it. So they struggle until their last breath. Let's take the struggle away, guys. This company is going to do amazing things. Marty, that's all I have. I'm handing it back to you.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was spot on. It's not necessarily good news, is it? Give an example for me, and this is reality. I made good money, but in 2004, I wound up losing the job because of disability. Didn't know it was coming. I thought, man, this will be okay, and I'll get out of it. Didn't happen. So you go from making pretty good money, and now you have to live on 40-50% less. My family didn't go down 50%. My food bills didn't go down 50%. So what did I have? I was struggling. That's when I started looking online. That's how it started. That's why it started. Anyway, the whole thing about this, we're not just painting doom and gloom, okay? We're painting, this is reality. And I'm sticking just in America. And most countries, all countries, have it as bad, if not worse. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And I want to say something one more time. Because sometimes when I put numbers up, Marty's a mathematician. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Guys, it's math. I don't care what company it is. What I'm showing you, it's math. It was math before our company. It was math 50,000 years ago. Math is math, okay? So don't get all crazy. But the potential that we have, in my opinion, and I know it's the opinion of everybody on this screen, there's nothing out there that can take you where you want to go. Nothing. Well, I've looked at all of it. I got people contacting me almost daily of the next best thing. And I tell them, no, thank you. I have the next best thing. So anyway, let me share my screen. Windows.
I'll let you know when I see it, Marty.
Okay. Share.
I got it. We're good.
Does it say illustration only at the top?
Yes, sir. Yes, it does.
Okay, that'll help. Okay, this is illustration only. The cost of financial freedom at 65 years old. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you're living right now at a certain amount of money, and you're living, You're not over money, but you're doing okay. Okay, this is how it plays out. Example: calculating based on annual expenses. If right now you're living on $40,000 a year, okay, which is extremely low in the U.S., but if you were living $40,000 a year, the government recommends that the statistics tell you if you want to retire at 65 and you live 25 years after you retire, you live till you're 90. They recommend to keep that amount coming in, you would need to have $1 million saved by the time you're 65 so that you could withdraw that money every month times 12 months will come out to $40,000 a year, and it would last you 25 years. Now, this is truly basic. This does not count what Mr. Johnson just said. Okay, this does not count some extra Oprah. You know what I mean? No, I mean anything could happen, and it does happen. Okay, but anyway, or this could be done with 135 customers. To match that number with 135 customers with one product, it could be two products at $50 or one product at $1 or four products at $25. Numbers don't lie. This is fact. You had 135 customers paying $100 for a product, and the company, we don't know exactly what ASE is coming out with, but we know this: he's going to pay as much as he can, legally can. I know he will because his heart's bigger than his head. I never said that before. So we get paid. Let's say you get paid 25% of 100. That's $25. $25 times 135 customers would give you $3,375 a month, which equals what? The $40,500 that you had when the day you retired. So you could live comfortably. Now, on top of that, you get whatever you get from retirement or Social Security or whatever. You'd be as good as you were. But let's make it better. Now, and this will go, I don't care who you are. Numbers don't lie, like I said. Let's say you lived on $60,000 a year. To maintain that, you would have had to save or invested or whatever $1.5 million. Because if you take $1.5 million and you withdraw X amount a week times 52 weeks to get to that same level of $60,000, you would have had to have 1.5 million. Now, let's give you our company side. If they're selling a product for $100 and you get 25% commission, one product, all this is going to change. I believe for the better, but I'm not going to get too crazy, right? So now you have 200 customers, one product, okay? And it pays you, 200 could be done. 200 customers paying $100. Hold on, I got to try to get this to go down. And I'm having all kinds of trouble. Hold on. My mouse isn't mousing. Okay. Product a month, it would make you 25% commission. You would have $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year. So you don't skip a beat. Now, this has nothing to do with inflation. It has nothing to do with the healthcare. If something happens to you, God forbid. But what a rescue package to be able to do this. And I want to say something. You say, well, I don't have 200 customers. Nobody does until they do. Here's the difference. Here's the gold mine. Here's the golden goose. Here's the magic wand. We are in a company, we are fortunate that we could buy targeted traffic, which is actually a product, and slowly build. And I mean, start rock bottom and work your way up. And eventually people come in, they're looking at it, they love it. Now, how does that happen? 98% of that is the product any good? You damn right it will be. Is it state of the art? Yes. Is it in high demand? Mike Ellis here had figured out a long time ago, if you look at the products that we know about, it's $1 trillion industry. So the money's there. We do not create wealth. We're going to move the wealth that's already there here. And you say, well, why would they come here if they can get it somewhere else? If it's above market value, you get more for your bang, and you can make a commission off of it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder could see, this is where I want to be. People are not in love with a company. They're in love with what they're getting for their money. And if you can win that, and you have the technology, and they find out there's no shenanigans where you get in at a certain price and then they play the game. Well, now that you're in, you could be the Queen of Sheba if you pay an extra $50 a month. Those games won't be there. So having people come, we're not inventing the wheel. We're just going to have the best damn wheel in the world. And people need a wheel. It's that simple. They're already looking for these things. Okay, but to do that, like I said, these people had to save or had to have invested $1.5 million. Now, the people are making 80 grand. Okay, they retire at 65. God blesses them and they live 25 more years. That would be 90, right? You need to have $2 million packed up somewhere that you can live off of, where the withdrawals monthly equal at least $80,000 a year. This doesn't count if anything else happens. This doesn't count, like I said, if life throws a crap ball at you, okay? And it will. Life is, there's no guarantee. If there was, I would pick that package. I want to live blissful for 90 years. It doesn't happen that way. So we do what we can. Everybody wants to live financially free. Everybody. You look at Chris Johnson. He retired a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, young for retirement. But he worked 80 hours a week for 30 years. Do the math. Do the math. That's 12 years solid, working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. 12 years solid, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So he didn't just get this for free. He sacrificed many things, family, marriage, everything. Yeah, he can retire, but he took a toll. Guarantee it. Now we have something. We have the platform that we can eliminate. We can get where we want to get, to that bottom line. Everybody knows that phrase because Mike said it. Get to that bottom line quicker. And when you get there, you can build it and build it with unlimited amount of income. Why? The beauty of the company is we're not going to get one item and max it out, even if we're the best in the world. Once you're the best in the world, what are you going to bring in? Little by little by little by little. How about if you have 50 products? And how about if all of them are state of the art? Some of them are better than are out there, and some of them aren't even out there. Something completely new, and people love it. That's what we have running this ship. He does that. Why is he doing it for all of us? I don't know. Thank God. Sometimes I wonder why he would go through this mess, but he did. Point is, $2 million. You would need 268 people buying something in products for $100 a month, and that would give you 25%, which would come out to $6,625 a month, which is $80,400 a year. Numbers don't lie. Math doesn't lie. Now you just have a few more customers. By the way, cut that number in half, 268, cut it in half, and have double the products. Same number. If the product's $100, you get 25% commission, double it. And you could lose your mind like I do, and Mike does, Chris does, and go, well, then what would it mean if you had 10 products? I'm not going there today because I want you to not veer off the road if you're listening on the radio or the phone. But here's another one. Here's what it says now. According to recent Vanguard study, the median retirement savings for Americans age 65 and older is 87,700. Now, all the figures I showed you, that's like peeing in the ocean. You might as well not have anything. Because if you take 87,700 divided by 12 months, divided by 25 years, you're getting a chicken, a goat, and an egg. I mean, you're getting nothing. That's just going to make you cry to realize what you really don't have. Worse than that, while the average is around 280, these figures fall significantly short of the 1 million, 2 millions that I showed you above. They're nowhere near it. And guess what? Well, they're lower, so things will be low. Life doesn't care. You have to conquer this. And last time we talked about running off of your dream. Dreams don't just happen. I talked to Mike about it today. And I don't want to blow up anybody's bubble. I've had many dreams. When I was younger, I dreamt I was with a 10, blonde, 5'8", 5'9". That shit didn't happen. Okay? That didn't happen. I was fortunate I did meet my wife later on, but, you know, everything, you know, a dream's a dream. You can have a dream, and then you have to find a way to get it. And I'll tell you what, going to get it and the mechanics to get it are almost impossible. And you could say, you're full of crap, Marty. Look at the numbers I just showed you. That's reality. It is impossible. It's almost impossible. But what do we have? We have a platform that eliminates 98 of the mechanics to reach our goal. And some Oprah. When I say Oprah, I mean more, okay? Anyway, lower retirement readiness. The Federal Reserve found that 1/4, yeah, this sounds like a really positive show, doesn't it? 1/4 of adults have no retirement savings, and only 40% of the household age 55 to 64 have saved more than $250,000. That is worth crying over. But it's reality. But guess what? Guess what? Once again, if you're watching this, and I'm not talking about MLM, pie in the sky, and these stupid nursery rhymes, follow me and you'll be free in 90 days and set you free, make calls with 100 no's. I don't know about you, but that sucks. I don't want nothing to do with that. We have met a person that decided from inception of this company, I'm going to build something where everybody gets to play in the game. Everybody will score a home run. Everybody. But you have to do something. It's not talking about weightlifting. ASE is going to do 98%. Why? I don't know. Because he's just an unbelievable human being. We can do 2%. Because even if you were offered to 2% and you don't have a way to get traffic, you fail. Best products in the world. You don't know how to get traffic, you are dead in the water. ASE took that thing that's missing all over the internet and is going to give it to us as a product that we can purchase to build our own business. Anyway, I think I'm done. So let me get out of here. I'm going to stop sharing. And close that down. Save. And hold on. I still see stuff. All right, I'm out of there. I hope I made it clear. I know people are running right now. Marty DeGarmo just said we're going to make $1 million in 15 minutes. I didn't. I wouldn't. In fact, you can ask, especially Mike. Mike's known me 15 years. I never talk about figures. Never. But we're at the point now, and the figures I'm using, they work wherever you are. No company, any company, it's numbers. Just figures. I'm just telling you, what we have and the platform we're on, we will win. And all you have to do is be in it and figure out what you need to do. You have to put effort. You work 40 hours a week, every week, if you don't work overtime, 160 hours a month to make squat. You put in a few hours here and some effort, it eliminates years. It eliminates years. And I'm going to turn it over to Mike, and I'll shut up a little bit.
No, that's absolutely awesome, Marty. And I just want to stress to individuals that are out there, the numbers that Marty gave you, they're very, very generic. And Marty's 100% right. Numbers, they do not lie. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. If you can accomplish these numbers, you can find your way into financial independence. It really is as simple as that. But it's a very, very difficult thing to do. You know, Marty talked about the average individual at retirement. They've got about $250,000, which is absolutely squat. You'll run through that in a heartbeat, and you just won't have the financial independence you want for the rest of your life. Now, if you're 50, 60, 70 years old and you haven't started the process of developing savings and retirement savings so that you can be financially independent, it's really, really hard to do. It's hard to do if you're 25. Ask Chris, he'll tell you it's hard to do. And most people, they will never do it. And it's because life gets in the way, as Chris talked about earlier. Things happen and all of a sudden you're in the gutter again and you got to work your way out. And most people do. But it's really, really difficult to get to that place of financial independence. Now, if you're 25, you have a chance to get there. If you're 25 and you're listening to us right now, look at the numbers Marty just put out there. If you study the numbers that Marty just gave you, you have an understanding of what it takes to get to that financial independence you want. Each and every one of us want. And these numbers actually work. And by the way, when we talk about Mr. Mufareh and the business he's presenting to us, these numbers are very, very conservative as to far as what you can do. And I won't go there today. But just these numbers alone, you think about 135 customers, right? And most people, they go, wow, that's a lot of customers. I will never get 135 customers. And you're probably right on your own. But when you come into the business that Mr. Mufareh is offering us, because of what Mr. Mufareh is doing, because of what he's structured, because of how he's developed the business to benefit us, 135 customers, as Marty says, it's like peeing in the ocean. It is nothing, absolutely nothing. And because of that, each and every one of us have the opportunity over time to bring in that initial 135 customers. Understand, 135 customers is absolutely nothing. When you look at our market, it's 5.6 billion people. Those are the number of people that are online right now. When you look at what people are doing while they're online, they're all going through the digital transformation. As you look at personally or businesses or governments, they're all doing their own personal digital transformation. What does that mean? They are buying products online to make what they do online easier. It really is that simple. It's not any harder than that. And people will come in and they will buy one product. And understand, Mr. Mufareh and his business, we're going to have a lot more than one product. So maybe the first one doesn't attract them, but the second, the third, the fourth, it might. Maybe all four of them will. So people will coming in have 4 products. Now run the numbers. And Marty did that earlier. It'll just blow your mind away. So as we look at the digital transformation, as we look at what Mr. Mufareh has done, as we look at what our business is going to look like on this automated, this digital platform and the digital transformation that people are going to be going through, 135 customers, really, really easy to do. It's important for you to understand that as we move forward. 135 customers, well, I don't know if they set you free, but they set me free. I can tell you that. If I'm pulling in 4,000 or 3,300 a month, right around there, I have no worries. All my bills are paid. I don't worry about anything. And that's just the start, because it doesn't stop there. 135 customers, and then Marty goes to the next levels. When you come into ONPASSIVE, when you start your business with ONPASSIVE, when you have the package that has traffic in it, and the traffic is continually coming, do you think you stay stagnant? Do you think you get to one place and you're done? You never do anything more? That's not the way it works. That's not the way Mr. Mufareh set it up. It continues to grow over time, and time is the issue. Again, if you're 50, 60, 70, it's really, really hard to get that financial independence. You're never going to have the retirement you need to live the way you want. With the company that Mr. Mufareh has set up, it does not stay stagnant. Yeah, you'll get to 135. Maybe it takes 135 customers. Maybe it takes a year. Maybe it takes 2 years. Maybe it takes 3 years. But in that 3-year period, your income is always growing, always going up. And then when you get there and you're making 33, 3,400 a month, 40,000 a year, it doesn't stop there. Over the next year, maybe it goes from 135 to 200 or 260 or whatever it is, but it continues to grow. Now, if you're 25 and you're listening to what Marty, Chris, and I are saying, and you don't quite understand it, study this tape, study Marty's numbers. Again, as you come in and you're 25, 2, 3, 4 years, you get to 135 customers. And it could happen a lot quicker than that, guys. I'm just giving you an example. And then you're 28. You got another 60 years to go. What do you think is going to happen to that business in a year or 2 or 5 or 10? Retirement is an afterthought. You're going to come in, and whatever dreams you did have, now you can start implementing them. You have to have financial independence. You have to go to work. You have to make this happen. Mr. Mufareh has come on and given us away, all of us. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're at, whether you're in Papua New Guinea or you're in New York City, it doesn't matter where you're at. These numbers, and Marty gave them to you, they are generic. They work for everybody. And Mr. Mufareh has given us a way forward to make these numbers work for us in a very, very short period of time. It's not going to take you 60 years to get to that place where you can retire and make this kind of money. It really is remarkable. When Marty gives these numbers out, you need to study them. They will affect your future immediately. That's how quickly Mr. Mufareh is coming out with the phase 2 business that he's giving to all of us. And as this happens, your future, you're going to see it weekly, monthly, yearly. Everything will continue to grow and grow and grow. It is the way Mr. Mufareh is structuring it. And again, I don't know exactly what that structure is going to be. I know what it was in phase 1. In phase 2, Mr. Mufareh has told us it is going to be heads and tails above whatever we've seen. And he's going to be explaining that to us in the next weeks to come. Come on in. Study Marty's numbers. When you do that, you're going to understand as Mr. Mufareh rolls out phase 2, the new business that he's giving all of us, you're going to jump in because you're going to see, yeah, this will work for me. I've been working 20, 30, 40 years, haven't been able to do it. Today, as Mr. Mufareh unrolls phase 2, you're going to see I can do this and I can do it quickly. And that's the most important part. You're going to be able to get to a place where you actually really have financial independence. And I'll leave it there, Marty. Your numbers were absolutely awesome. I loved all of them. And when I first looked at them, I have to tell you, when I first looked at them, I said, this can't be. These numbers don't work. And then I did a simple calculation, and I said, crap, these are spot on. I'm in. So I'll turn it back to you, Chris and Marty. And yeah, this is just absolutely awesome, guys. Come on in, do your homework, and then get ready because you're going to fly. That's it.
Fantastic, Mike. Fantastic. I want to say something too. Ash is going to play a trick on us. You know what I mean? While Mike is telling you to build up to that 135 customers, guess what he does? Guess what he does? He throws another product in. Guess what that did? It wiped out the months it took you to get to 135 because of if it was the same amount of money, you're there now. You're there now. Now you're working to the next level. That's what I'm talking about. This is minimum. While you're building the customers, that's the only control we have. While you're building the customers, Mr. Mufareh and his team throw another product in high demand. Everybody wants it. Come on, think about what you focus on one thing, and while you're doing it, he's building up on top of it. So it's leveraging what you're doing. Snowball gets bigger the farther it goes down the hill. It gets bigger faster. This is the company we're in, and if you take advantage of it, Boom, man. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, this was really good. Go ahead, Chris.
I want to just say something. I was putting some comments up here. That Wanda worked her whole life, never made more than $25,000 a year. Struggle. Doesn't have a pension. Probably insurance is tough. And then you got Doyle with government benefits suck. Listen, Social Security is something. Disability is something if you had that. But it's honestly, it's not enough to live on. That's the truth. I get it. There's things that the government does to help us out if we get hurt or injured. But the truth is not everyone has that. And Social Security is something there, but it really is not enough to live on. I could show you people in my neighborhood, that's all they get is a Social Security check, and they are freezing in the wintertime because their heat is so low. This is why this company is so important. This is why us three crazy guys get on and talk about it as much as we can. It's not about creating wealth. It's about creating happiness and getting rid of people's stress, putting the 1 in every 11 people that are starving right now, giving them a business where that percentage, listen, the goal for me, and I'm yelling again, sorry, I get excited. Mike, you got to get used to when I'm on here. I'm always yelling. The goal of ONPASSIVE is to bring those percentages of 1 in 11 person starving down to 0. Okay. The goal in ONPASSIVE is for people that are just having a Social Security check or a disability check. All right. Change that. This is my opinion. Anyone that's on just Social Security or disability, I think in a year after we get going, my opinion only, you're not going to think about the Social Security check anymore. You're not going to think about that disability check anymore. This company is real and it's happening. All right. Get excited. Stay excited. All you people that are struggling, like I said, we're praying for you, but something humongous is coming your way. Hang on a little bit longer and watch what happens. Marty, Dharma, or Mike, back to you.
Yeah. Just a couple things, Chris, and Chris, you and Marty. I mean, you're absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. I want you to focus on the numbers that Marty put out there. Absolutely. Just look at those, study them. They're very, very powerful. They will give you a way forward. But then I want you to think about what Marty said just the last time he talked. The numbers that you're going to be looking at, they're very, very conservative. And we could go absolutely crazy right now, and we could expand those numbers based on what Mr. Mufareh is doing. And when you do that, when you understand the numbers, and then you understand what Mr. Mufareh is doing with the products, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you plug those in. It just takes a little bit of math, guys, but it's fun math. These are realistic. These are going to be happening. You know, the products aren't going to take 15 years to come out. Mr. Mufareh, he's going to bring these products out. Boom, 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 boom. I think the first year, I don't know how many products we're going to have. Mr. Mufareh will share that with us probably pretty quick. But if it's 4, if it's 5, if it's 6, you look at the numbers, you think about what Marty said, the products coming in, it's extremely powerful, guys. Take a look at everything. Stay engaged. This is the best time of your life financially. I'll guarantee that. Me, Mike Ellis, I'll guarantee it. You're never going to see this again. I don't think you're going to see it again in 100 years. Today, right now, is the best time of your life financially. I'll turn it back to you, Marty, and Chris, and we're ready to run, guys. I hope you are too.
This is exciting, Mike. Thank you, Chris. Outstanding. I want to give you a news flash. We always think about the government. We don't get paid enough. We don't get paid enough. You made 50 grand a year for 40 years. You contributed, along with your employer, $125,000 to $130,000 total. There's no way, if you retire, they can go past that, because where is the money coming from? People think you put in so much more. I paid all my life, 50 grand a year. If you work 40 years, you only contributed with the company matching about less than $130,000 total. What do you need at retirement at 50,000? a little over $1 million. We're nowhere near that. So don't cry because you're not getting it. It's not there. It's just not there. That's why they encourage people, save and all that. And listen, same thing happened to me. I had a great job. I got paid really good money. I had a 401. Catastrophic, boom, lost everything, whatever. I had to cut into that 401. I had to shovel out of it like I was shoveling snow. The problem was one day I went for a shovel and there wasn't nothing in there. But life kept going. That's exactly what happened. And if you go back to 2008, when there was that crash, millions of people lost everything they invested. Everything. That's why you want a stream of income. I don't want to save for a rainy day. I want to live as if it's raining. I have enough every freaking day until I pass away. And that's possible. If it's not possible here, I'm going to say this. If it's not possible here on everything I've ever seen in my life, it's not possible here, it's not possible. That's what I believe. If it's not possible in this company with Mr. Mufareh, it's not possible. Unless you are a guru and you can bring in people quicker than they quit. And you can't focus on the people feelings because you're going to hurt a lot of feelings. It's the nature of the beast. Anyway, that's all I got. We had almost 500 people at one point, so it's a good show. Now I got to relax. Oh, by the way, OTech Pro Roundtable will be on at noon, and they wanted the ONPASSIVE Nation guys. I don't know why. They're boring as hell. But anyway, we'll go. We'll go and do whatever it is we do. But I want to thank everybody for being here. I want you to realize something. Marty didn't make, I'm not hyping anything. I don't believe in that. The ingredients are you need certain things to make this financial future and to live financially free. I'm just telling you this. The ingredients are on the table in this company. And 98% of them are mixed. Ask me, can you crack 2 eggs and put them in? Yeah, I could do that. And you could be free. That's what I believe. Anyway, that's all I got. You guys, anything else?
No, I just
want
thanks
to
for having you guys.
Right.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Great live. Always great. And this one was really, really special. Go ahead, Chris.
Just an honor, Mike. I know you can't stand when I say it, but a lot of respect for you. Appreciate you coming on at short notice. And you better get out and start shoveling that snow because I know it's coming again.
I got 3 foot, Chris.
Mike,
it's coming.
Yeah. And Mike, do me a favor so they can put it in perspective. How long is your driveway? Let them know.
800 feet.
You look at Chris. Yeah,
He's got one shovel.
No, we got 2, but I'm the only shovel, so I go in between.
Oh. So you wonder sometimes why Mike doesn't hang out on a webinar at night? Yeah.
Well,
Go look at the weather. Look at the weather in Colorado. If it's bad, he's not coming.
Yeah, and if you think someone is excited about what's coming, you're looking at them.
Oh, yeah, me too. Really, listen, the reason I'm excited is because I need it too. Trust me.
Yeah.
If you guys think that I'm living, part and two silk, that ain't happening. Anyway, we're going to go. Thanks, everybody. I had a good time. I'm going to shut the